What's going on, everybody? It's me, Severin7, and today I'm going to be bringing you my favorite deck, the deck I've been playing the most and having the most fun with, and Felothar. Now, I don't normally play as many games as I'm going to have recorded for you guys today, but this is just the deck that I've been having the most fun with, and I thought instead of keeping it all to myself that I would share it with you guys. So we're going to get into some games, but before that, let's get into the deck list. Alright, here we are. I'm calling it my fellow Rhinos. Play on Felothar here, and the goodest fellows, Skirmish Rhino. This is basically just an Abzan aggro deck. We've got 4 Paw Patch Recruits, 4 Novice Inspectors, and then we curve into things like Voice of Victory or Carrot Cake, and then the goal is to play Felothar on curve and pump all that stuff up really big. The best plays being like Novice Inspector into Carrot Cake into Felothar, and we sacrifice the Carrot Cake, we get 2 rabbits, the rabbits both get buffed, the Novice Inspector gets buffed, and then we still have a clue left to sacrifice on the following turn, and it can get out of hand pretty quickly. So I've played probably like 40 or 50 games with it already, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because it's a really fun list. It's not complicated. It's not my best deck either, but it's just, if I'm being 100% honest with you, it's just the deck I'm having the most fun with. Like when I play this deck, I just have a good time, and that's what this game is mostly about for me. I make a lot of brews for you guys where I'm really focused on making sure it's super hyper competitive, even though it's a brew. And this is it's a good deck, it is, but it's definitely not like, you know, breaking the meta or anything like that. So just being honest with you up front, this is a deck that I have a lot of fun with. It's probably not gonna shoot you to mythic really quickly, but I really enjoy this list, and it brings me back to my days when I played Siege Rhino in Standard back in original Khans of Tark here. And that's what I like about it. So we're going to play some games and see where we land after some probably like 15 or 20 games. I'll record and share some of those with you, and we'll see where we end up. Let's get into those games. Angry Ari. Well, Ari, why are you angry? We'll go first. I like that. Get a Plains with the Fable Passage. Sleight of Hand. So it's probably Quarry Steel. I think this is the first time since I've started playing this deck that I've actually gotten to be on the play against them. So we shall see. I feel like we can beat them pretty easily on the play. Oh, wait, never mind. It's not Quarry Steel. So Omni. That's annoying. Untapped land that's either black or green would be super great. One of Mills is split up. Well, that leads me to believe that they already have a board clear in hand. Don't have double white yet, though. Founding the third pass, sure. Moment of truth. Alright, no Omni in the yard so far. Risking it for the biscuit here. One, two, three, four. Oh, wait a minute. It's not even Omni. I guess founding a third path probably should have given that away. So it's Oculus. Jin's and Oculuses. can deal with those things. Especially if it's helping hand and not recommission. Does he have one of those things in the graveyard right now? Recommission, alright. Okay, he's tapped out. That's good for us. Probably getting split up here. That should be his whole turn, though, hopefully. And we can follow that up with a Siege Rhino. Helping Hand comes in tapped though. Helping Hand tapped. Start a course. This is gonna get negated. I mean, he doesn't have to put a lot into the graveyard to kill us here, unfortunately. He's only got to put 3 sorceries in the graveyard. Can he do that? I feel like he's thinking a lot harder about this than he should need to. If he has a way to put 3 sorceries or instants in the graveyard, we're dead. Blood Up gets rid of 1 Rhino. Founding of the 3rd path, he can mill him. What? Why didn't he just mill himself? He just cost himself the game. If he just milled himself, we were dead. Well, that's what you get for not thinking ahead. Literally, read ahead. GG. Trizzy. It's Trizzy, 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 Trizzy. No. Somehow worse. Oh my gosh. Wow, we can't get a hand to save our life. That's right, I just mulled a 4. Who knows? Most of our deck costs 3 or less, and I need to draw stuff that lets me win the game. Unstoppable Slasher. Felothar's real good. I don't know if it's gonna be quick enough though. Well, that sucks. Down to 2. Alright, this time I actually want to land. I'll take that though. Gain a life. Get in for 3. When it's gonna cut it down? Why wouldn't you cut down the Felothar and force your way through with your stopper? Your unstoppable slasher. Duress. That is annoying. It gets rid of our nowhere to run. But no sense in keeping a card I can't cast on top. Oh! Hey! Does he put it down to 5? Are we gonna win on a multi-4? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna win on a multi-4, guys. Anything that I can sack pretty much wins us the game. Any draw that lets me sack something. That does it. That's good enough. Boom. Multi-4. Multi-4, and we did it. Never give up. Always mulligan aggressively. GG. Alright. Felothar. Time to play some Felothar. We get to go first. This looks good to me. Get down the fortress. Alright. Get down voice, and then we'll probably shelter whatever they ramp into. That was a good draw. And now the voice will provide us something to sack every turn if they don't remove Felothar here. They'd have to play something big enough and a fight spell. Okay, opponent gains 3 life. Get the mobilize trigger first. Back a soldier or warrior. Grow the team. Boom, boom, boom. Hold on to this sheltered by ghost. Another Bloodbind region. Do they? Well, even if they have a fight spell here, it wouldn't be good enough. Sheltered. Should be pretty difficult for them to come back from this. They just take the damage. GG. Felothar, Felothar. We found Skyrider Patrol. Let's see if we can show them the ways of Felothar and the Abzan. We get to go first, but this is very not good. This is also very not good. Very unfortunate. We'll go to 5 though. This is better. There are worse 5-card hands. Monastery Swift Spear. And the dream would be that we draw an untapped land here. And we can play Felothar. Opponent has a lightning strike. That's not good. Alright, well, Grim Bauble at least gets rid of the Swift Spear. Any untapped land, and we start getting back into this. That's annoying, but we have a sheltered if we can ever get a creature on the board. Oh no. Well, sometimes that's what happens when you multiply. It's very frustrating, because if we just draw on a land, we'd be totally fine right now. This is so frustrating. I did the responsible thing too, and I multiplied, like... Land, untapped land. Oh my gosh. Well, there's a small amount of hope that he doesn't have a burn spell here. Does he really just have 2 lands in hand? There's hope! Oh my gosh. Alright. If we win this game by some miracle, because our opponent's having the opposite problem that we're having. Urbrask's Forge number 2. Untapped land, come on. Oh, they finally have the Burst Lightning. Oh, okay. Well, we're pretty much dead now, even if we find a 3rd land. Oh well. Alright, let us not get stuck on lands this game. It's sad, because I feel like we actually could have won that if any of the cards we had drawn had been lands. This is pretty sweet though. This is a good hand. We'll keep. Authority of the consoles. All right. Guess we'll get down cottage. Carrot cake for the opponent. This is Boros control tokens, probably. They keep it on top. Go ahead and get down Voice of Victory. Fountain Port for the opponent. Caretaker's Talent. I mean, the right play is to get rid of... This cancels out pretty much because they come in tapped and attacking, so they still deal the damage. We've got a Skirmish Rhino next turn. Ah, that's frustrating. Carrot cake for the opponents. Opponent finds their fourth land, turns all their red lands on. Alright. Well, there's hope if they don't find board wipes. We've got a pretty strong setup here. If we can dodge them having a board wipe. Opponent draws a card. Yep. Well, they probably have another split up, but we can't just sit around and hope that they don't have it. Caretaker's Talent number 2. On the plus side, they're not doing a whole lot more with this turn. So we exile a thing, sacrifice the food, throw the team. Are they really going to block with both? Pointless to block with the second one. Alright, opponent's down at 9. Do they have a Sunfall? They have a Carrot Cake. Which draws them 2 cards and probably finds them a split up. All they need is a split up or a day. Battlefront. They whiff on the Battlefront. That's pretty sweet. I think that's game because they're tapped out. Woo! Nice. All right, it's Raz. Raspberry. We get to go first. Sure. We got stuff. And we got colors. I think the first thing we get down is carrot cake, so that we can get some scry and hopefully find a third land. And that way, if we draw into a Felothar, we have a good sacrifice. So let's go ahead and get down a carrot cake. I want to play the plains. I will take a land. Felothar loves carrot cake. That's her favorite food. Did you know that? The soul food of the Abzan. Our opponent is playing another plains and passing the turn. We will play a swamp and another carrot cake because we would like to find a Felothar. Our opponent doesn't want to let our stuff resolve. I don't know why. Thank you. Wabbit season. No more lands. I would like some action now, please and thank you. Get in for one. Aw, that's rude. His horsey stomped on my rabbit. I don't appreciate that. So is this also mono white tokens? Well, the last one was Boros tokens. This is looking like mono white tokens. We'll know if we see a caretaker's talent here. Carrot cake also speaks. So we gotta be careful because these decks run sunfalls and stuff. Despite their token generation, and we don't want to overextend into it. We really need a Felothar or something. That is not a Felothar. Let's get down the Voice of Victory. Pass the turn. Sacrifice one of these carrot cakes at the end of turn. What are you doing, opponent? Mountain Port and a caretaker's talent. Okay, so we got a bitter triumph, whatever they try to copy here. Which is good, because we wanted to get rid of that token anyway, because it was in the way of our rabbits. Okay, sacking these carrot cakes can wait. Oh my goodness, okay. Wow, we're just gonna keep drawing lands forever. Roar! Opponent sacks their rabbit. I am totally cool with that. Means they can't play their virtue of loyalty to any effect this turn. Get lost. Well, that is rude, but it does give us Felothar fodder. That means we can sack this carrot cake too. Get our scry on. Opponent draws, gain some life. We will also sack our carrot cake. I'll take Yathan Road Watcher. That could get us a Felothar. Alright, mill. No Felothar. We'll take the Voice of Victory back. What's on top? Alright. In we go. Can't believe they're blocking. They're really, like, Maybe they've got a board clear. Beza, alright. Oh! Get out of town! Alright, time to go all in. We can't afford to keep sitting around waiting. Opponent's gaining too much life. We are drawing land. Looks like they're either gonna level up this talent or play a Virtue of Loyalty. It's ironic because Felothar is basically our own Virtue of Loyalty. They make a fish, okay. That's good though, because that means they're not doing a whole lot else with their turn. Another carrot cake, sure. They can officially remove one of our voices. Pretty much for free. Felothar. Felothar. Or another Yathan Road Watcher. Oh my. Oh, okay. This is becoming troublesome. Yep. I mean, they're down to 4, though. So at this point, a well-timed Siege Rhino could be the difference. Caretaker's talent again. And, oh! Okay, but they don't get tokens this time. This is so frustrating. Oh, there's the Skirmish Rhino. Well, I can't block everything, so we're going. We're gonna lose something unfavorably to the Beza. But, I mean, if he wants to actually trade with things, he's gotta block in a way where he takes damage. Otherwise, he's got to just like block the Road Watcher and then the tokens and take 1. But that means that he's only left with a Beza for right this second. Which means that we could potentially win next turn. He can gain 3 and go back up to 8 with Carrot Cake, which is super annoying. Get lost. Oh, I mean, that could help us, actually. Elspeth.
The real battle begins.
And now he gets to gain 3 life and make 2 rabbit tokens. Keeps it on top. Draws 2 cards. He's just gonna Elspeth this Skirmish Rhino away. All right, we're losing our voice. Alright, we still have our skirmish rhino and a 3-3, and then Wiltleaf Liege. If he doesn't spend his turn blowing up the skirmish rhino with Elspeth, which looks like he's going to.
My blade brings justice.
Alright, this game, it's so frustrating. Now we can start getting in because Virtue untaps everything. I'm not gonna give up just yet. If he spends his turn, I mean it's over. Like, we're dead, right? Half our deck, we couldn't find a Felothar. So he just makes 2 tokens. Draws a bunch more cards. Yeah, we're... Oh well. Rick! It's Rick. We get to go first. I like this hand. It's got all the colors. It's got all the things. Novice Inspector. This is the curve we like. Battlefield Forge for the opponent. Oh, that's obnoxious. I don't know that it's going to matter, though, with this start. Well, I say that, but this is the deck that plays board wipe, so... Okay, Lightning Helix or Voice, alright. Let's see if we get split up here. Temple of Triumph. I'm trying to figure out, because they're heavily red, like, if they're playing a majority. Oh, annoying. Okay. Let's play Voice. I'm gonna go fetch another black mana so that I can play Grim Bauble and Felothar next turn if I have to. Alright. See if they split up here. This is the first time they've had the mana for it. Cacophony Scamp. Wild Ride. Are we dead somehow? Is he gonna hit us and then blow up our Voice of Victory? Okay. If he doesn't go face with this, even if he does go face with this is kind of good for us. He's only got 1 card left. All right, Sunbillow Verge. Oh. Heartfire Hero, which I have a Grim Bauble for, thankfully. So none of that nonsense. Alright, we should be okay. Because if he draws a land, he can't, he's not drawing a spell. If he draws a spell, it shouldn't be enough for him to Wild Ride. Wiltleaf Liege pumps everything up hugely. I have no idea what this deck is. I guess it's Heartfire Hero, Cacophony Scamp, Fling type thing, but like mixed with some Boros control. It doesn't work like that. You have to tap the Heartfire Hero to cast it. All right, GG. Through an authority of the consoles. Through an authority. We did it. GG. All right, and we're back for the post-game wrap. So I played 70 games with this altogether. I just wanted to end on an even number. We ended up with a 54% win rate. Now, I know that seems low, especially compared to some of the win rates that I share with you guys with some of my other brews. And like I said, this deck is not breaking the meta or anything, but it's very good against a lot of the most annoying decks in the format. That's why it's fun to me. And honestly, 54% for 70 games is pretty reasonable. We've got a 75% win rate against mono black mid-range. We've got a 63% win rate against mono red aggro. We've got a decent win rate against Boros. Corey Steelcutter, I want to say I was on the draw in most of those games. But regardless, it's still a tough matchup. We did really good against all the Azorius decks, against the mono white tokens lists, the Golgari lists. I had a good time with it. It probably, I know Ash Lizzle has a Felothar list that's probably better than mine. So I don't know if I would suggest that you craft this or not, but I just think Felothar is a really good card, and there's probably a better shell than this, but this is where I ended up, and this is where I have fun. So this is the deck I play when I'm getting frustrated, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been very frustrated lately. It's been really hard to make fun brews, just because the ladder is so full of toxic decks that are just like, the coin flip has felt worse than it's ever felt before, at least in a long time for me. So some of the more fun brews I have are just, it's difficult. It's hard to make really fun content for you guys when the meta is just full of Monstrous Rage and Corey Steelcutter. I mean, if you look at my 3 of my top 3 matches just with this are all Monstrous Rage decks, because these Boros decks are Boros auras. You know, it's just mice with auras and Monstrous Rage. So how many games is that? 7, 15, 21? No. 7, I can count. I can do math. 7, 15, 26. 26 of the 70 games were Monstrous Rage. So yeah. It's not been a super fun time, but this is what I have fun with. So it's definitely got a special place in my heart. So if you want to have a good time, this is a really fun deck, and it is good against some of the more obnoxious things in the meta. And I definitely had a pretty bad lose streak at one point. Like, let me see if I can find it real quick. Like, there was like this really bad lose streak where I was just on the draw, 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 like against the Corey Steel deck, like 3 Corey Steel decks, and I don't know. It's a, I don't know why I'm defending this so much, but I just love this deck and it's really fun. And I wanted to share it with you guys, and you can iterate it on it because I'm sure there are better ways to build a deck than this. But this is the way I had fun with it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you take a quick moment to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate all of you who took the time to watch this with me and have a good time with me and share in my nostalgia for Siege Rhino, which there'll be a historic super duper Siege Rhino deck coming up soon with that new Alchemy Siege Rhino card. So keep your eyes out for that. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one.